Moving on to the next story, John, you had some tips on keeping your device secure. I was wondering if you could tell us a little bit more about that one.
Sure. So basically, what I've kind of come to the realization is that there's a lot of things that we all seem as common sense. We do it every day. We say it on this program all the time, and it just becomes a matter of let's put it all on one slide. Maybe hit some of the high points, especially as we become more and more mobile dependent in this, in your world. I mean, nobody lives anymore without having their cell phone, glued to their side like we used to have our pagers. Probably more so. So I put together a little slide to try and capture some of the more common things that we recommend for keeping your mobile device secure. The first few are simple, right? Set and use passwords. You wouldn't be surprised at how many people that's the first thing they want to do is how do I remove this password off on my mobile? Don't do that. That's a lot of the attackers want the physical access to the device. The common sense stuff, don't if you get an email or a text or a message from somebody you don't know and it contains an attachment or contains a web link, don't click on it, don't open it up, just delete it. I hate to say that you might lose somebody new, but still it's we see too much of that. So those are the kind of the common sense ones. More on the mobile side, keep your device up to date. The apps all get regularly updated for security issues. So does the operating system. You got to keep it up to date. We always say don't jailbreak or root your device. It kind of goes back to the up to date thing, right? You can't keep your device up to date as well as if you rooted it, and now no longer can you get access to the current version of the operating system. And also, if you think about it, that kind of leads to the next item, which is don't go to the third-party apps. You want to get your stuff from official sources. A lot of people root and jailbreak their device to get the data or the app off of something that they maybe not normally be able to get to. And it becomes a matter of, well, where did that data come from? Where did that app come from? And most of the malware that you see, especially in the mobile environment, comes from third-party app stores that are not official. So just that's something to keep in mind. The latter two things that kind of are a little bit more tricky. Keep aware of, when you install an app, most apps ask you for permission. Android asks you up front what your permissions are. iOS a lot of times asks you as the app runs. Be aware that does that app actually need access to your camera? Does that app actually need access to, your texting? So there's things that apps ask for all the time, and you think, why does it really need that? And then the last point that I had to make on this slide really is observe and check unusual behavior on the device. It's really kind of more complicated, but if your device starts acting funny, you get a funny pop-up, the web browser you're surfing a web and the URL link is different than what you thought you went to. Those are just things you just got to keep aware of, and then once you've seen that, try and figure out how do I fix this or how do I respond to it properly.